Buenos días. En primer lugar, nos gustaría
Everybody,
agradecer
very
a
firstly, I would
la
like to thank the organization of Rooted for having us here to present this project we have called Sinfonier Storm Builder for Security Investigation. Being the 5th anniversary for Rooted, we don't know if this 5th anniversary will have some hidden message inside. Let's see. Let's start the presentation. We had brought something which is very exciting for us in the last time, especially Frank. Frank also supported us in these marvelous projects, which is called Sinfonier. Although Herman presented us, you can see our Twitter's accounts and our daily activities and tasks. Instead of being plumbers, we are carpenters. Frank is a carpenter. In order for us to create this beautiful and funny Sinfonier. During this talk, we will present some trendy topics, concepts such as security intelligence, and from this on, we'll see there are some lacks. We need some tools. That's why we designed a tool which is helpful for you and for ourselves, and we want to share this tool with all of you. We'll start without further ado, for us to get the very first approach to what is considered OSINT, OCN, or open source intelligence. There are many definitions. The American definitions from the American Army, and the approximation is very clear and very precise definition. It's a discipline oriented to produce intelligence from open source which is available for the right recipient. If we go to the Spain's Ministry of Defense glossary, the definition there is very similar. It's a sequence of activities through which, from public information, this is converted into knowledge available to the appropriate recipient. Behind this, there is a cycle consisting of several phases. We take the definitions from the Spain's Central Intelligence Services. We have the very first phase, direction, collection, dissemination, and finally elaboration and widespread publishing of the info. This is based upon intelligence tools. Direction phase is oriented to the planning, how things are going to be organized, and to identify what intelligence needs we have. We need something to be evaluated and assessed, to be better known. The second phase is the recollection, the massive obtainment of this info. There is sometimes an intermediate phase of processing information, but is very, very blurred. And then the intelligent analysis work is very important. We can identify several phases. Assessment of sources, for us to know if there are pertinent sources. We also need to evaluate how trustworthy the sources are, and how the information contained there is. After the source is assessed, we need to analyze all the information to integrate them with the previous intelligence research, and to generate this knowledge and this intelligence, and to make the widespread publication to the right recipient. That's why there are sometimes which is OSINT and which is not OSINT. OSINT, O-S-I-N-T, is not to cut and paste URLs, directions regarding certain pieces of news and put them available to the recipient. No, this is not. OSINT is not a copy and paste, because Flipboard can do this on its own. That's why we have spoken, we are less stressed on how important the intelligence information is. What's intelligence? That's the point. The CIA have a special segment for teenagers where the CIA says intelligence, what's intelligence? How is to interpret information, generate information. But the second part of this definition from CIA is truth. It's something which has to generate acknowledgement for a third party to make the right decisions. So Obama, the President of the United States, makes the right decisions thanks to the intelligence service information. It's a process to generate this knowledge for somebody to take the right decision at the right moment. And we want to lay stress upon this concept. The final aim is that a third party has to solve a current problem or to face some intelligence needs previously defined for us to solve these problems or to anticipate, or even more important, to be able to anticipate to these problems. So intelligence is inside the people. People are the only human beings with the capacity of interpreting intelligence. Not everybody, by the way, but as intelligence analysts, you can acquire this knowledge through several methodologies. You can be supported based upon some tools and some techniques which help you out in your day work. We have just said that it's a process of collecting information. We said that even though the tools don't have this intelligence, these tools are indispensable and absolutely necessary, because these tools will save us time, which is the fundamental factor. The information now on the internet, there are tons and tons of information, and the tools will help us during the fourth phases, in the planning and delivery of the information, but especially in the phase of collection and obtention of the information, and the elaboration phase. It's essential to have a tool. We need to process and structure and relate the information to make it richer, and the tools in the market, there are many. Some of them are more flexible than others, but in our daily work, in the analysis work, we have oriented, or we have implemented the methodology with more concrete things. That's why we are going to present a tool we have called Sinfonier, which will help us make better jobs in our lives.
Bueno, pues una vez que Charles ha contado el proceso de inteligencia.
We have talked about the intelligence process. For you to understand, Charlie is intelligent, and I'm giving him the right tools. My job is to give capacity to do all the analysis underneath richly. Charlie asked me to have tools, moduled tools with many functionalities, able to be used by everybody without being a developer, and in real time, because I need information as soon as possible. So what did I do? I look for a system of real-time. Storm helps you generate some codes and to distribute these codes in a cluster for be implemented in a concurrent way. You can see the definition on the screen. This framework was developed from Twitter, then it was free for everybody. It's working properly. But in the very end, this is to introduce and generate code and generate new boxes. It's a very complicated issue. Carlos told me, let's put it easier. What can we do? Let's do as Lego. Let's look for visual programming language for everybody to move these boxes and generate new knowledge. And we were searching in this recopilatory page and website. You can see everything. And we move on to this. This is Yahoo Pipes. Yahoo Pipes is been working for the last 7 years. This tool, Yahoo Pipes, is good for doing jobs online, but it has some trouble. Yahoo Pipe has many boxes, and this is developed by Yahoo only, exclusively. And we said to ourselves, we have to simplify this and to adapt it to our system. That's why we created some modules adapted to the structure of Yahoo Pipe, but focused on stone. We created a spout, bolts, and drains. Spouts and are the entities with which you can play with the algorithms. Spout generates the information, recovers this information from a third party, and they insert it as a tautology everywhere, as an infinite bucle, as an infinite loop. Bolts have an exit and entrance. Exit and entrance. They process the information, they enriches the information, you truncate the information, and you send it over to the next. And we have introduced a new feature, which is trains. It's a bolt, but we use this bolt to export this information. In the very end, this process information, but this is not a storing information. It's a cluster process sent, and you have to dispose of your own way to process the information. This is the flow of data flow, information generated, and it's stored everywhere, in a dashboard, wherever you want. You had several spots going to some bowl. You can play with many things at the same time. How can you create a module? And our tool is very easy to create a module. I will show you later, but the life cycle is very simple. You define the module, you codify the module, you upload it, upload it on store, you validate it, and now it's available for the topology and the rest of the people surrounding you. What is a topology? It's a set of modules. Once programmed, they are sent to a store, and in the dashboard you can see on the scroll, you can see the execution time, and finally you can send it to a place where you can store and visualize the results. All of this I've done to screw up Charlie. This is true. This is true. Is this necessary? We do need this. Depends on many issues. It jumps this on screen, but Fran split hers when he had to use some scripts on some command lines with which I get by in looking for information. I didn't understand about why Drew, infinite loops, slipslets, were splitting hairs. Some scripts making calls to programs in P, some script in Python issue going on, and then generated a CCP, sneaking it through. Oh my goodness. Outside this room, lately I have been working with people which are not that crazy as I am. These people have better information than me. We need to create a simpler, cost-efficient thing for us. We need all the flexibility to create and construct everything we want to manage information in the transformation, in the conversion from raw information to interpreted information, interpretable in a very good way. That's why Sinfonier is created. Oh, this is true. What you can see now on screen is true. It's real true. Absolutely true. The second of them, they talk about how to improve the communication processes, how to update the RDS. That's why I created this, and for them to send me some alerts. After this parenthesis, after this part of the presentation, let's move on to some examples. First, I want to show you the service itself. It's going to be difficult for me to fit in on screen. Okie dokie. Like I said, the service is very simple, it's very basic. We have a dashboard, you have a list of topologies, and you have a list of modules created. Then you upload the code, you send it on store, and now it's available. We have included some packages available for you to access them directly, and then you can export these packages. And you have some things created, some external services for you to process information. The editor is this simple. This is which is unfitted on screen. This receives the information from screen, is processed, and it moves. It's moved to this console. You can see now on screen how you can manage the information instead of being stored on a database. You can see now if there are many people tweeting unrooted. There are some people tweeting with the localization. I don't know if it's true or not. On the other side, I want to show you, this is a fun thing. This is a fun program. We gave him a torrent file, and it obtains the geolocation of this torrent. You can see who are downloading this file. It seems to be the new series of Matthew McConaughey in Spain over the last 10 hours. Many people in Spain are downloading the series of Matthew McConaughey. Series, films, all the stuff. I don't know if there are many IPs here. Let's see now. Some tools like this. Some tools like this, there are many of them. Many of you may know them. Used by the social networks, they tend to the infinite. But one tool that can be developed by you with the flexibility of creating the boxes only wanted by you and process information. Oh, this gives you a tremendous, powerful potence. We came here to present, to launch this product. We have in Meta now. We had been here running out of time. We rushed to the place because we thought that Rooted was the right place to create the social networking and create an intelligence tool which is very powerful. Much more than imagined before. Our previous objective was to create community, and we want people to publish everything, but they have a roadmap as to creating all the creations uploaded here to be commercialized. And as we can buy some application in a more mobile market, you can buy an application also in a Bolt for you to process in this way. We will be here with you in the Warfare event, and I encourage you to attend the Rooted Warfare to talk in a lengthy way how to use this module, what the features and capacities are, how long you can use it, how far you can use the stone topology in the Rooted Warfare, all of these things. We have our website on screen, and all data on screen. We have created a form for you to fill in and to join us. This form includes a box for you to suggest ideas. The best idea will be given a Sinfonier program for you to have on your room. In last night dinner, we came out with an idea from some partner from the table. Just by using these Sinfonier topologies as to share information, if we share certain types of infos and we don't want to publish all data, or we don't want to share them in a specific format, we can define the topology with Sinfonier almost automatically as to the command lines. And once you have developed the boxes, all the people will contribute with their boxes. The results are also immediate. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance.
Si tenéis alguna pregunta, nos la podéis hacer tanto ahora como en el Fair. Vamos, cuando queráis.
Have any questions, please? Okay, you may ask them now or later on.
Hola. Hola. Bueno, es una pregunta, es un poco en relación a lo último que...
This question is regarding the last thing you have said. For example, I use Yahoo Pipe for managing RSS as to crossing the different RSAs to obtain one and work from that. There will be the possibility on your roadmap, for instance, in the case of RRS, if you obtain a direction with which you can manage this info afterwards, or it has to be dealt with some specific module, you have always to do this. Yahoo Pipes was executed with a JavaScript browser. Now we have used a Yahoo Pipe library to the moderated, then it's sent to the Storm cluster to be executed. You have to think that in the very end, all is reduced to the recopilation of information. Information is processed and it has to be sent. The Storm put it on the RAM. And then in router warfare, you can have a look at it. Everybody has a Java virtual machine, and this is thought for being done in real time and sent, and that's it, period. In fact, one thing that our problem with this, you cannot ever see the immediate result on screen. You need first to wait for the lock to be launched. Any more questions, please? Raise your hands. Thank you. Oh, I'm a bit silly now. So thank you now all for your attendance, and let's move on to the next paper.